How's it going, everyone? My name is Steven Michaels, and welcome to the greatest Raiders show you ever listened to in your life. This is the Raiders Daily Podcast, the schedule show, the 2021 schedule show. Let's get right to it. Yes, the schedule is hard. A couple games are hard on paper, especially before the bye. We're going to go through them all right now. So let's get right to it. The Raiders open up the season on Monday Night Football, which I can't stand. That means we have to wait all the way through Sunday, all that bullshit, just to watch the Raiders' first game, and they got a tough one. It will be in Vegas. This is pretty much Vegas' debut, in my opinion, against the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson's Baltimore Ravens. A tough game, but it's in Vegas, and this is a game where you know the Raiders really want to win this. The whole world will be watching. They got to figure a way to come through here and beat the Baltimore Ravens because it's a quick turnaround. Right after that, they head to Pittsburgh and take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, we don't know how the Steelers will be. Just like I'm going to let you guys know, listen, it's really hard to judge how the Raiders are going to be this season. Just to get out the schedule real quick, let's remember, we have yet to see this defense. We don't know how good they're going to play. So, my predictions after I'm done with this, remember, I don't know shit. It's impossible to know. We don't know if this defense if they're going to be any better than last year. On paper, they should be. They have a better defensive coordinator. Paul Guenther's gone. They got Yannick. They got Casey Hayward. They got better on defense. They built in the draft. They went all defense besides the first round. They need to be better because they need to create turnovers or they're going to win 8 games again. And guess what? The Raiders cannot win 8 games again because it's, at this point, just stupid. It's dumb. This team, this fan base, deserves better than a team that wins only 8 games. Derek Carr is going into this season only under contract through 2022. He did not get an extension, and even if he did, it wouldn't really matter. This is the make or break season for Derek Carr. I am telling you right now, if this team struggles in this first half of the schedule, which has a couple tough opponents, I would not be shocked if Marcus Mariota is still on the roster that Gruden doesn't pull Carr and put in Mariota. Now, let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope this defense is good and this offense can click, because on paper, the Raiders' offense really should, they have a lot of weapons there. They really do. Their defense sucked last season. They were terrible. They could not create any turnovers. That's why they brought in all these guys, and that's what I expect them to do. So I'm banking on the talent on paper to translate to on the field play. So anyways, after week 2, they head to Miami heads to Vegas to play the Raiders. So you got the Ravens, Steelers, and Dolphins. Then after that, in my opinion, the unofficial home game for the Raiders in LA, where the Raiders own the LA market, to play the LA Chargers again on Monday Night Football. That's going to be a big one, and for all the fans who can't afford to go to Vegas or don't want to because you don't want to listen to a DJ in the end zone, I don't blame you. This organization has made dumb decision after dumb decision ever since going to Vegas. They got a beautiful stadium, but they keep making stupid decisions. Can you believe that picture? If you haven't seen that picture yet, you will throw up if you're a Raiders fan. You really will. When I grew up, it was punk rockers, bikers, you name it. That being a Raider fan was like you were a badass. You were cool. Now you have a picture of a bunch of weirdos, drinking wine, sitting on a couch in the end zone. This is the Raiders. This isn't the Jacksonville Jaguars. What the hell is Mark Davis thinking with this? But anyways, after the Chargers game, the Raiders then play the Chicago Bears, the Khalil Mack revenge game. Didn't work out good for them last time. In my opinion, it will not work out for them well this time either. I don't see it happening. I think the Raiders will make sure Khalil Mack does not even whisper at Derek Carr during this game. John Gruden has it circled. I promise you that. Then after that, they go ahead and they take on the Denver Broncos in Denver. The Broncos should not be very good. The Raiders should be able to defeat them. And then after that, they go ahead and they go back to Vegas and they play the Philadelphia Eagles. We don't know how they're going to be. We don't know how their quarterback is going to play. We don't really know. I think the Raiders could beat them. I mean, hopefully the Raiders get better at home. Last season, they were terrible playing in Vegas. This year will be different, like I said, because, there'll be fans there. It won't be like last season. Last season wasn't really the opening year of Vegas, in my opinion. This year will be. Then the Raiders have a bye. So let's take a look at it here. So there's 7 games before they go into the bye. You got Baltimore Ravens, you got Pittsburgh Steelers, Miami Dolphins, the LA Chargers, Chicago, Denver, and Philadelphia. If the Raiders somehow can win their 7 games, if they can win 4 or 5 out of those 7, they'll be okay. Now, it'll be tough. But, Baltimore and Pittsburgh back-to-back is not going to be an easy task. That's why I think it's really important they start off the season 1-0. I really do. That first game, if they get manslaughtered, then we're going to know that this team is simply not good and the Raiders got to blow this whole thing up. It's going to be a tough game, but it's the opening week of NFL and the new stadium in Vegas, which should be packed. The Raiders need to put on a show. They've been building this defense. They said the defense was the problem, not the offense. Now it's time to put up or shut up with that motto. They need to go ahead and beat the Ravens in Vegas on Monday Night Football. Then we don't know how the Steelers will be. You know what I mean? Big Ben looks like he's almost out the door. Maybe the Raiders can pull off a victory. If only we had Bruce Gradkowski to do that. But we don't. Maybe they can. But the Dolphins are a winnable game. The Chargers, like I said, that's going to be pretty much a home game for the Raiders. I think that's going to help the Raiders a lot. I think the Raiders can win that game. And the Bears, I think the Raiders can win that game. And at Denver, I think the Raiders can win that game. I really do. And then, of course, you got the Eagles. That could go up. Let's say the Raiders win that. So, if they can do that and go 6-1 heading into a bye, or even 5-2. 5-2, I think, would be perfect for this team. But if they lose the first 2 weeks against Baltimore and the Steelers, that's not going to happen. They're not going to turn around and just win all those games straight. It's not going to happen. And because the momentum alone will not allow that to happen. So let's hope the Raiders can split one of those or maybe beat both of those teams. Who knows? But I am looking at, when I look at it, I think you want to try getting the 5-2. 4-3, okay. I'll take 4-3 in the bye because after that you head to New York, you play the Giants. It's going to be November, probably going to be a little bit cold for Derek Carr, but I say since we'll give him 4-3 before the bye, I think that's a win. There's 5 wins. Then, of course, you got the Chiefs, Sunday Night Football. Can the Raiders beat the Chiefs? Probably not. Probably not. I'm not going to give them that win. So we got 5 wins, and then, of course, they don't go anywhere. They stay in Vegas, and they play the Bengals. There you go right there. There's your 6th win. From there, they take on the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. I think the Raiders can do it. I really do. Because John Gruden, once again, will be so focused on not letting Amari Cooper ruin the game for him that they'll find a way to win that game. There's 7 wins right there. After that, they play Washington and Vegas. I'm giving it to them. I can give them that win. Right there. I can give them that win. And there you go. There's 7 wins right there. Then after that is an important game, in my opinion. It's not a primetime game. It's nothing like that. It's against the Kansas City Chiefs. It's an Arrowhead. It's a 1 p.m. Eastern game. The reason why I think this is so big is because Derek Carr is your quarterback. This guy beat the Chiefs last season in Arrowhead, but we need to put an asterisk next to that because it was during a pandemic. There was hardly no people there. Now you're playing, this place will be packed. This place will be pumping. We know how the Arrowhead crowd is. They are loud. Derek Carr is yet to beat the Chiefs when there's a full crowd there. He beat them last year, but like I said, I don't know. You got to prove you can beat them when the stadium is rocking against all odds. You got paid $120 million to do it. Can he do it? I just don't know. So I can't even make a prediction on that game. After that, you go to Cleveland and you play the Browns. I think it's a winnable game. I really do. And then after that, you got the Broncos in Vegas. And then after that, you're going to go play the Colts. The Indianapolis Colts. Well, Carson Wentz is overrated. I think the Raiders, they're going to want to get revenge from last season. That's what I truly believe. I think they can beat the Colts. And they finish the year off in Vegas against the Chargers, which could be, for a playoff spot. So looking at this schedule, remember, like I said, I haven't seen, it's way too early to make predictions when we haven't even got to see these guys on the field yet. We don't know if the defense got better. The offense should be fine, but we don't know if Derek Carr can stay consistent. It's way too early to even make predictions, but I'm doing it anyways because it's a schedule show. But when I look at that, like I said, I can get to 10 to 11 wins on this schedule. I really can. Baltimore and Steelers, like I said, you split one of those. I think they can beat the Dolphins. I think they'll beat the Chargers on that Monday Night Football game. I think they'll beat Chicago. I think they'll beat Denver. The Eagles, I really don't know, so I'm not going to even I don't know what they'll look like. The Giants, I think they can win. That's up to 6 wins right there. The Bengals, I think they can beat them. There's 8. The Cowboys, I think they can beat them. There's 9. And then from there, you got Washington. They could probably beat them. There's 10 wins. And then you go to at Kansas City, at Cleveland, Denver, Indianapolis, and Chargers. You're telling me they can't pull off one victory out of those teams? Of course they can. There is no reason why this team, this season, cannot win 11 games or more. Or more. Yes, there's a lot of traveling. I heard all the excuses from the beat reporters. They're just mad because they have to do the traveling. They're just mad because, guess what? They're going to be covering a football game on Thanksgiving. No one wants to do that if you're a reporter. You know that. So they're going to make a big excuse about the second half of the schedule being so difficult. Meanwhile, the first half, in my opinion, before the bye, it's a lot more difficult. Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Miami, the Chargers, the Bears, Broncos, and Eagles. I mean, that's a pretty tough stretch. After that, you got the Giants, Chiefs, and the Bengals. I mean, out of those teams, I mean, come on. The Chiefs are the Giants and the Bengals. That's nothing to be that scared about there. And then you got the Cowboys, Washington, and then back against the Kansas City Chiefs again. I mean, the Raiders got to at least win one of them, and it better be an Arrowhead. I'm telling you that right now. It better be an Arrowhead. Carr needs to win in front of a full packed crowd. And then you're going to Cleveland, and then you got the Broncos at home. Then you're going to Indianapolis. It's a lot of flying. That's why the beat reporters don't like it. And then, of course, you got the Chargers at home. So Colts, Indianapolis, and then all the way back to Vegas. But traveling should not be an excuse. Every team has to do it. Every team. This schedule we don't know. First of all, we don't even know if it will be a difficult schedule because everyone bases that off of last season. And to me, that's always been the most stupidest thing in the world because every season is different. It really is. Unless you're the Raiders who go 6-3 2 seasons in a row and collapse. That can't happen again. The whole going 6-3 and then only winning 8 games or 7 is beyond disgusting. And that's why this is Derek Carr's do or die season. He did not get a contract extension, and even if he did, this would be Derek Carr's do or die season. His contract runs through 2022. How many teams have kept their quarterback on the last year of their contract? Not many. I know some of you say, well, Tom Brady. Well, Tom Brady's 100 years old. Not many teams do that. You know why? Because that means if they don't have an extension, a firm extension, and, everyone just knows he's a franchise for the next 10 years, that means they don't trust him. And what the Raiders have shown me by giving Kolton Miller an extension over Derek Carr is they don't trust Derek Carr. They're going to give him this one more year, 4 years in the system, 4 years in Gruden's system. John Gruden is not going to take the blame if the Raiders end up only winning 8 games again. You know who will, though? He will point his fingers at Mike Mayock and Derek Carr and whatever. I mean, if the Raiders only win 8 games again, I don't blame him, even though John Gruden deserves a lot of blame too. Either way, if the Raiders only win 8 games on this schedule, I want the whole thing blown up. Because this team has failed since they got to Vegas. From the business moves, DJs in the end zone, come on. You got Mike the Situation in the end zone, playing top 40, while people are sitting on couches drinking wine. What the hell happened to the Raiders? They want $800 per ticket. No Raider fan is going to be able to afford that. Come on now. And you know what? No one's going to pay that. Even opposing fans that will end up taking over that stadium won't even pay that. They're not going to pay almost $900 for one ticket to a game. That ticket better be front row seats, because no one's paying that money. I'm telling you that right now. So the Raiders this season, with a packed crowd, they better win. And you fans out there, if you don't like this whole DJ in the end zone nonsense, let's be honest here. Since they came to Vegas, Mark Davis he got a beautiful stadium. So he won in that regard. But all the business shit they have done has been stupid. They're going to have a 24-hour Raiders radio network. They put it on AM radio. There's no one even knows AM radio even exists anymore. Then you have Mike the Situation. I don't know if that's really going to happen. Either way, there's a DJ in the end zone with couches. People who are not even watching a football game. They could care less. This is the Raiders, not the Jacksonville Jaguars. People don't care about the Jacksonville Jaguars, but the Raiders have a rich history. There's a reason why it's called Raider Nation. There are fans across the globe, and you're going to do this? You're basically pimping yourself out for a whole new fan base. And you, as Raider fans, cannot let that happen. And I'll tell you one thing, if Mark Davis sits on the sideline why this team wins only 8 games again, he should sell the team. But let's hope that doesn't happen, because like I said, the talent is there on paper for this team to go out there and win 11 games. There is no doubt in my mind. Now, it's impossible to know. Like I said, these are way too early predictions. No one knows what the hell is going to happen. No one knows who's going to be good next season, who's not going to be good. You can't judge off last season. But we're going to know after the first 2 games. That is the good news. Usually, you really don't know how good a team is till like week 4 or week 5. But the Raiders have the Ravens on primetime game in Vegas, following that up, going to play Pittsburgh right away. If they go 0-2, this season's not going to be good. There's a chance, let's be realistic here, there's a chance that they lose against the Ravens, the Steelers, Miami, and then the Chargers, and then the Bears, which I don't think they'll lose against the Bears, because I think Khalil Mack won't even get after Derek Carr, because they'll do the same thing they did to him last time. Tight end chip blocks. They will neutralize him. He will be stuck there, because if this guy gets one single sack on Derek Carr, the media is going to be hammering John Gruden. Oh, look, he made a terrible move by trading a guy. No, he didn't. He's a good player. He's a great player. But one great player on defense is not going to win you a Super Bowl ring. It's not going to happen. It didn't happen for the Texans with J.J. Watt. It wasn't happening for the Raiders with Khalil Mack. It wasn't happening. So John Gruden, I would have made the same move, but it's all going to depend on how the talent that he selected in the draft turn out. If the talent is not very good, then, I mean, was it worth it? Probably, because either way, you're not spending that outrageous money for Khalil Mack. Not to mention, remember, the Raiders do got Yannick Ngakoue, who's a nastier version of Khalil Mack. A guy who's not so friendly and, hey guys, he's going to go in there and slap these bitches in the face and be like, it's time to play some ball. That's the nastiness this Raiders team has been missing. He's going to bring that back to the defense. And if this defense can put it all together under Gus Bradley's scheme and just be good and create turnovers, I know that offense, even with Derek Carr, if Derek Carr can stay consistent, they can play with anyone in the NFL. But it's all about being consistent, and it's all about that defense creating turnovers, getting pressure on the quarterback, and sacking the quarterback, bringing the quarterback down. That's important here, okay? Not just pressuring, but getting to the quarterback. Not tickling Deshaun Watson's toes. No more, Arden Key. No, he's gone. He's a goner. That's why. I mean, he's on a commercial. Well, he was on a commercial. I mean, Deshaun Watson's saying this guy's tickling my toes. That's why he's gone. It's embarrassing. This defense needs to be nasty. This defense needs to get after Patrick Mahomes. They need to take Patrick Mahomes and give him a Brock Lesnar F5 right on the turf or right on the grass, the fake grass in Vegas. They need to take this guy out. I know people don't like to hear that, but that's the truth. This team needs to attack. The quarterback must go down and must go down hard. That's what Al Davis used to say. What happened to the things Al Davis... I mean, it's Al Davis. Has this fan base forgot who brought you to the dance, who brought you to love this team? It was Al Davis who once famously said, just win. He didn't care how, just win. Bring the quarterback hard down, bring him down hard. Commitment to excellence. Just win, baby, you name it. All he cared about was winning and dominating. And it's time. And John Gruden's been here for too long to start doing that. Derek Carr's been here for 7 years, yet to make an appearance in the playoffs. I know he got injured in a fluke season, but still has not won a playoff game. This winning 7 games or 8 games bullshit needs to end, and it needs to end now. It's time this team becomes a contender. And just maybe this is the year. All right, guys, that is it. My name is Steven Michaels. This is the Raiders Daily.